Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it. And which version can I say? I'm looking at what, YouTube probably?
Yeah, this is YouTube.
That's fine. Do Nickelodeon.
There you go.
Let's see. It probably would help if I. All right, let's see. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Welcome to Advice Unfiltered Live. This is Tony Rodriguez. I am filling in. I'm solo right now. I'm glad. I'll give everybody a couple of minutes to join as we go live. We are live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And we are just, well, it's we. Right now, Chris, and I'm sure I'll bring this up again as more people come in. Chris is, well, wait. We'll give some people a chance to jump in. There's 8. Hello there, people. Welcome. Thanks for jumping in. I'm your ride home today. That's what I am. I am your ride home today. If you're commuting, if you're home, if you had a bad day at work, if you're going to the bar to get a drink because it's happy hour, you're going to join me for a little bit of time. So that is what we're here. So shout out. What's going on, everybody? So thank you for joining us. If you are joining me, we are live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. My man in command is here. What's going on, Christian?
What's going on?
Yeah, you're my you're my co-host today.
Oh, I am. This is crazy.
Yeah, you're my co-host today. What's going on, man?
You know, a lot of good today, I gotta say.
Yeah,
today's been a very good day.
All right. Hello. Let's see. Hello, Marilyn. Hello, Paula. Yeah, we're gonna see. Let's see who joins us today. Yeah, a little heart action. We appreciate it. If you're joining me live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, this is the platform that we're going to go live from more often. Christian has been amazing at this new StreamYard platform, so the user experience is better. Let's see. Heading to Fitbox class. Love you guys. Vote it and just wishing you luck. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out Rachel for the handshakes. Hello there, Stephanie. So first off, just if you know, my man in command, Chris, the handsome, sultry voice. Good morning. Is
Good morning. I can't do it.
No, I don't even. You know, it's really funny. The first time I ever started to get into social media, and I'd wake up every day, and then I would, trying to give people advice and stuff like that. It was so hard not to be the one who goes, "Good morning." That's his thing, right? Then I was like, do I just post in the afternoon? I didn't know, but anyways, he's the man at that stuff. So Sofa from Cyprus is in the house. What's going on? The UK is here. Hello to everybody. Now you're probably wondering where my handsome co-host is. He is on a movie set. He just got off the movie set. He may join us, but either way, I told him I'd hold down the fort and say if he can join us, that'd be great. If not, no worries. For us, this is our ability to not only answer some questions, hang out with you guys for about an hour. So, like I said, if you're commuting, if you're home, if you're on the way to the gym, I'm filling in today and answering Belgium. What's going on? Hello there, Heather. Yeah, go, Sophie. I hope you got the book. Did you get the book I mailed you? Because it was very interesting when you're mailing stuff to other countries. So hopefully you got the book. Central Valley, Fresno. What's going on? So all good stuff. Hi from the UK. Good luck for the vote. Thank you as well. So just so you know, it's just me. So what I figured I would do is I took some questions for that from our chat that never been answered before. If you guys want to ask personal questions in the YouTube chat, if you're on Facebook or if you're on Instagram, that's awesome. I actually can see the feed in YouTube. So if you want to jump onto the Advice Unfiltered YouTube channel, that would be great. All you have to do is go to YouTube, but you have to search Advice Unfiltered with Chris and Tony. Why? Because Advice Unfiltered might come up, depends. But for a long time, we had to battle it out with The Sopranos. Yes, The Sopranos. For anybody who doesn't know, yeah, shout out PA, Central Valley. Good luck. Thank you, Bridget. For anyone who doesn't know, The Sopranos, Tony is the head of Sopranos. His son was named Chris. So when we're picking out a name for the podcast, we did not know that Tony gives Chris unfiltered advice all the time. And so nobody could find us because how are we going to be bigger than the Sopranos? And over time, we finally caught them. So now if you actually type it in, it comes right to our channel. But if you're listening anywhere else, jump onto the YouTube if you'd like, because that's where I can see everybody. I see you didn't get the book yet, no doubt, but I did mail it. I know it's in the mail. I know it's coming to you, so I'm excited for when you get it. Yeah, heck yeah. Hey, Tony, getting my workout on. What's going on, Christian? What's going on, Nat? It's a Nate. Yep, what's going on, Nate? Whoa, hello there, Rebecca. All right, so good stuff. And what I figured I was do this because it's just me. Hopefully, I'm not disappointing any of you. I'm gonna take questions in the chat. So if you're on YouTube, feel free to put whatever you want in there. As I see them, I'll answer them. And I got some questions here about us in general. And like I said, I'm here to do two things. One, entertain, and two, rock the vote. That's right. So let me give you all a little background of what happened in our votorama here. So, all right. I went to bed. I knew. I said to Chris, I said to Christian, I said to Tyler and Ming, I said, guys, here's the deal. Somebody's going to wake up and realize that our little show is dominating. And that's exactly what happened. And I watched a show start gaining traction on us. And to the show's credit, the show is hosted by an Emmy award-winning journalist. So shout out to her. I'm not going to tell anybody's show because I don't want to give them any ammo after today, before today. After today, I'll celebrate all the channels. So first off, just so you guys know, I do have so much respect for everybody in this category because everybody in this category is trying to help somebody, right? So that doesn't mean I don't want to win. Of course I want to win. But our little show is chugging along, and then all of a sudden, here comes these shows backed by big media companies, and they're pulling people, and they're spending money, and they're running ads, and they're using everything they can, which I would do the same. And all of a sudden, as last night, Chris is on his movie set, and I start to get a little sad because I watch our show go from 30%, which was awesome, and then we go down to 27. And I watch this show get up to 29, 30, and all of a sudden we're in second place. And for a minute, you're just like, oh, it was such a good dream. And then I was like, you know what? Why am I doing that? We have to fight. And that was what I really thought about. And I was like, I'm not going down without a fight. The community deserves this. You guys have done an amazing job supporting us. First off, I know when I talk to Chris, we talk about how amazing it is that you guys support us, that we're rallying you and you're voting. You guys are opening up new accounts. You're opening up your kids' accounts. You're voting for family members. I cannot say how proud I am of you guys and how I appreciate you. That's why I'm going to still fight. Here's the thing, though. So me and Chris went on the attack last night, and we started rallying the troops. And when I went to bed last night, we were at a statistical tie at 30% to 30%. I woke up today, and it was like, all right, here's the deal. I am going to look, and whatever happens, happens this morning. And what did they do? They removed the percentages. So now nobody knows where they are, which, I got to be honest, a little bit less stressful. So we don't know, but we know we went to bed tied. So here's the deal. I just want you guys to vote. We're right at the finish line. And here's the thing that I know it a little bit bothers me sometimes. So I want you guys to understand this. I hate bothering you guys to do stuff for us. I know that sounds weird, but I don't want to be like, hey guys, vote. Hey guys, vote. Hey guys, vote. But I want you guys to vote. So I promise you, after today, I will tamp down the go vote for us. But it really is because of how much I want this show to be successful for not only myself and Chris, but for the audience, because we deserve it. You guys have been with us. You stuck with us. You guys have rode the waves, joined the thing, like, share, subscribe, did everything we could ask you. We owe it to you to fight to the end. But no matter what happens, first of all, we're a finalist. So we have to really think about how amazing that is, that at the end of the day, no matter what happens, we are a finalist as one of the best podcasts in the world. Second of all, it's for self-help and self-improvement, which is exactly what we wanted the show to be about. So, I really want you guys to understand how we genuinely really care about you. Like, see right on there, Wade, he said he wears his emotions on his sleeves. That's the way we feel about it. Like, we generally love, I have no problem. If you saw my post today, you probably heard me start to cry, and I was like, I'm not crying. Not yet. I've learned in life that you really should share your emotions. Who cares? Like, you should be able to cry and laugh and celebrate. It's what makes life beautiful. I don't want to ever think that I don't tell someone I love them or give them a hug or appreciate them. So I appreciate all of you, but I do want to fight. So we figured we'd go live today. Chris was trying to make it in. I'm sure he's listening live. Spain, what's up, Spain? Shout out to Spain. But I want to do everything we can. Now, here's the really cool thing. And by the way, we're already winners. I just want to be honest with you. Just some cool news coming up for you guys. First off, shout out to Christian for doing this whole StreamYard thing. The user experience is getting better. If you've ever joined us on TikTok or Instagram and you see the green screen, starting in about a week or two, that's completely going away. So you will only be able to catch us live on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, and you will only get to see this view, which is awesome. So we'll get away from the green screen. Second thing is the new studio is done. We're reordering all the furniture. Got all the equipment. So my hope is by the end of this month, we will be in the new studio. And then from there, we're going to try to do some Advice Unfiltered after dark. So you're going to have an opportunity, whether we go to Patreon or whether we go to a different service. The normal podcast will always exist, but we're going to do special episodes for members, and not for any other reason that so many people want us to do more episodes. Me and Chris just want to give you back more. We want to be able to connect with you more and get to know you more. So hopefully, that'll be the goal of having the studio. And then as we roll into November, we have guests already. So the show doesn't even have a guest yet, and we're one of the best shows. And we've got some funny people lined up. We got some great people who want to be on the show, so I'm excited about that. Shout out Lunel. Lunel, I've reached out to your people. I still haven't heard back, but I'll reach out again. Ricky Martin, I'm going to be honest with you. Hey, look, you're a beautiful man. We're two beautiful men. Come on the show. I know we're talking about working out together with you and Chris, so that'll be exciting. And of course, huge shout out to Jamie Presley. She's amazing. She's doing her movie, but she has been such a supporter of ours. So I don't often get a chance to tell her thank you. So, I know she likes and shares a lot of this stuff, which is cool, but she's a busy celebrity. But, shout out to her as well, because she's been great.
Funny enough, she's going to be
Chicago
around with Ming this weekend.
Well, did you? So
they're a chronic con.
Well, Ming met her in Tennessee, and he goes up and goes, we have some people we know in common. And she's like, who? And he's like, he's like, Advice Unfiltered. She's like, oh my God. And we love her. By the way, I've FaceTimed with her. She is one of the nicest people. She is, I gotta be honest, she's everything you'd want her to be. She's unbelievably funny. She's, her and my wife hit it off immediately. She has the same sense of humor, that we do, which is great. And she's super talented, but she's such a down-to-earth person. So, it was really great to meet her. So my hope is we would be able to get her to come on, which is cool. I think that's going to be a cool deal. But we have so much in the works. So whether we win or not, the show is immediately going to get better in the next few weeks, which is really because of how much we want to support you guys. And so we are thankful for that stuff. And then from there, whatever happens. Me and Chris talked about doing this show for a year, never missing a Tuesday and showing up and being able to really look at whether we're going to be successful or not. And guess what? We're successful, which is kind of crazy. So, but like I said, bringing this all full circle, you got to go vote. At the end of the day, you got to go vote. And by the way, we're going to shoot a movie, which is so crazy to me, but it was so nice for Christian to even think of the idea of letting us into that universe. So,
dude, the honor is mine.
Oh, dude,
I got to tell you, this is legit one of my favorite shows that I get to be a part of. I look forward to Tuesdays working with you guys. The Advice Unfiltered community really came through and supported Tree Lights in a big bad way.
Yeah.
And to say that I'm thankful is an understatement, and to say that I'm excited to work with you guys is an understatement. Like, I'm so honored. So thank you.
We're gonna build some dope shit together.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. That's if you guys don't know, everybody who's in our little world, Christian, Ming, Tyler, Avery, myself, shout out Isaiah, Chris, our little Advice Unfiltered family is such a good group of people. We just all, we gel well together. We all get along, and it's a ton of fun. So we love doing the show, which is great. So awesome. Shout out to all that stuff. So if you have any live questions that you want to ask, just put them on the YouTube page. I can only see the comments in YouTube. So if you have any questions that you want me to answer about myself, Chris, the podcast, the show, feel free to put them in there. My job for the next 1 hour is to entertain, have some fun, answer questions, and rock the vote. We got to rock the vote, baby. That's what we got to do. So, all right. So let me see what's going on. Oh yeah, Canada. What's going on, Jody? I appreciate you voting from Canada. All right. Let me see. I got some questions that came in. So let's go through some of these. And as I'm doing these questions for fun, remember to vote. It's on the ticker right there. This, by the way, I don't know. Oh, this, I got to point this way. This is what the Signal Awards page looks like. So if you actually vote for us, this is what the page looks like. You go to the, we have the link like in all of our stuff. You can't, unfortunately, just click the link in Instagram and go to the page, which is so stupid. But you have to copy and paste it. Now, if you can't copy and paste it, by the way, Christian, your recent video is pure genius. See that? Look at that.
Thank you.
So yeah, shout out Sophie. So if you can't copy and paste it, all you're gonna go to do is go to Signal Awards. You just Google it. They come right up and you get a chance to vote. When you vote, you just go to shows and then genre. And by just doing that, you'll see self-help and self-improvement, and you'll see myself and my handsome co-host there. Just doing everything we can to really drive home the vote. So nothing Signal, I'm telling you, make sure you weed out all the fake votes from those other podcasts because we should win. That's what I'm saying. So and just throwing it out there. All right. So let's see what people are asking us and what we can add. I love the very first question. The very first question I saw come across is, would you rather give up orgasms or carbs forever? It's such a great way. All right, so let's see. At a time, can you pop up Wade's question real quick? Let me see what he's got.
Sure.
All right. At a time, I was questioned by man, my dad.
It's part 2 from something he said earlier.
Oh, you know what?
It's just being very open about
his personals and feelings. Wade, it's interesting because I saw a post today, and I really made me feel bad. And this is what it was. There's a guy. It's a viral post right now. A wife goes outside, and there's a guy sitting on a stoop. And he's got a spool of wire, and he looks sad. And the wife is like, what's wrong? Like, what are you wrong? And he's like, and he's trying to explain to her that he's had this spool of wire for 40 years. So if any of you have ever seen a spool, what you've seen it, right?
This post.
It's such a heartfelt post, but also breaks your heart. So the guy's got this spool of wire. It's down to nothing. And his wife is like, what's wrong? And he's like, this is like kind of my life. He's like, I've had this for 40 years. And over time, you use the wire, and it's down to like nothing. And you could see he was just taking in this moment of like that wire was representing his life and how his life has kind of moved like that wire as it's winding down. And his wife just made fun of him and said something asshole-ish about this Jets hat and then walked in and laughed at him. And I got to be honest with you, it broke my heart. Because you have these moments where as men, we have to be, let me be careful when I say this. We want to be strong. We're expected to be strong. We're expected to protect. We're expected to lead. We're expected to fill a role. And that's fine. And that is, I think that's just kind of built into a lot of people. But then on the other end, we're not allowed to share. And, it's been a busy week. And this is what I would tell you, Wade. It's been a really busy week for me, and there's so much going on. My poor wife got rear-ended, and someone totaled our truck. So our brand new truck is completely totaled. Thank God everyone's safe. So you can imagine I have to go through insurance with that. Then on top of that, my son had to get his first car. Work is crazy busy. The podcast is up for voting of the year. If you're in the Northeast, we're closing pools. There's housework to do. The studio is getting built. I'm like burnt off on all ends. And, and my wife, to her credit, she was like, hey, like, what do you need? She's like, oh, you need sleep. You need a nap. She was trying so hard. You need to rest. You need to relax. And I'm like, babe, I can't. Like, it's not like I want to be like, I want to be busy. I don't necessarily want to be this busy, but it's fine. We're busy. And she's like, what do you need? And I just put my head on her and hugged her. And I was like, I just need this. I just need this moment. I said, I just need this for the next couple of weeks to get through. I need your hugs. I need your love. I just need that. I don't need anything else. I just need to feel that respect, that love. And she's great at it. She gives it to me. So all kudos to her. But if you don't have that, you're just not with the right person. And I hate saying it that way because we're in relationships, but you have to be able to, by the way, I would give up carbs any day before orgasms, Joanna. I completely agree. But you have to be with somebody that respects you and is there for you. I don't need, you don't need like your woman to step up and be the man and change a tire and all that stuff. But also, I do like sometimes when someone's strong enough to stand on their own, just like a man should be able to cry and share his feelings. The best thing I can tell you about being a man and sharing your feelings and being emotional when you need to be is that it trickles down to your kids. And my son is a great man and he's a great kid. And I watch him hold doors open for people. And I watch him tell people he loves them. And I watch him with his friends and he cares about them. That is what it means to be a man and show people that you can be emotional and still be a man. And then it trickles down to your kids. So your kids know. So, I just want you guys to know that, sometimes it happens. And sometimes it's hard and your day gets busy and you don't want to, you just want a little like respect and love in it. And you deserve it. That's my whole thing. I just think you deserve it. And if somebody's not willing to give it to you, you're just in the wrong relationship. I hate saying it that way, but you're part of the podcast community here. So guess what? From my heart to you, I hope you're doing okay. I really do. So voted from Texas, voted from Connecticut. I've seen this. Cool. His wife didn't get the depth. No, not at all. And yes, my wife is okay. Shout out to her. So she's doing fine. But just throws a monkey wrench and everything. And all of a sudden, like your car's broken, and then it's not your fault, but then the insurance company and everything's taken forever. And it's just all I said about the insurance company, Progressive, this is for you. I've been with you 15 years. No accidents, no tickets. I'm like a diamond, platinum encrusted, whatever the top tier is. You would think it'd be easier at this point for me to get all this stuff settled. No, this is the craziest shit someone's ever talked about, ever to me from a business. Progressive, I'm putting you on blast. You gave me an estimate of what my car value was. I said to you, hey, great. I'm just going to get one separate estimate just so I know that the value that you're giving me is good. The lady from Progressive tells me, well, then we have to hire a professional to match your professional estimate. And I go, but you just gave me a value. Who did the value if they weren't a professional? She goes, oh, somebody in the office. I go, so somebody in your office who's not a professional did the valuation on my car. That's not good enough to stand up to another pro, but you expect me to take that money? And then on top of that, you're going to hire a pro now, and that's going to take a couple more weeks? That is that's the crazy. It's a lot.
Yeah, no, it's like thing after thing after thing.
You figure 15 years of paying car insurance, you know how much money they're up on me? They should be able to settle this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, all right. But outside that, also, I appreciate the audience giving Wade some love. It's hard to hold back the tears. Wade, this is what I would tell you. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I know this is going to sound crazy to people, right? Sleep is great. It's peace. You know what I do sometimes? And people, this is like where I get emotional. I have sat in my car, put on a great song, and just cried. And you know why it's good about that? I'm going to be honest with you. Go cry. Do please, if you're listening to me and you're a podcast listener, I'm telling you, please, I tell my wife all the time, cry. When you are feeling something inside, let it out. Holding it in is hard. Now, if you don't want to cry around people, do what I do. Go for a drive, put on a sad song, cry your face off. But guess what? I promise you, I know this is going to be a weird analogy. It's like throwing up. You feel better because of that release, right? By the way, throwing up is awful, but everyone who throws up afterwards are like, I feel much better.
Yeah. That's why people go for round 2 when they're partying.
So what I would tell you, Wade, is I really mean this. Please, please, please cry. Go cry. Get it out. And you'll feel, even if you're by yourself, you'll feel better. You need to have that release to reset yourself. I suffer from really horrible anxiety. I've had it. It's genetic. I've had it for years. I can tell when it's coming. It feels like a volcano is building, and then I don't have control of when that volcano ruptures. And when it does, my anxiety, I black out. Like I have really bad anxiety. So it's just something I don't I don't choose medication for. I deal with on my own. A lot of what you guys look out when you're on this show and we're talking about fitness. Fitness is my way of managing my anxiety in life. Fitness is my way to get out some of those feelings. I've had workouts where I could feel the tear starting to come, and I'm okay with it because it looks like sweat, so no one's going to notice. But it's the release of the emotion. So, hugs to you, Wade. Get it out. I would cry. I'm being honest. I hope you're crying right now. I know it sounds crazy. No one else will tell you that. I will. I hope you bawl your fucking face off and get all that emotion out, and then know that we're here to support you. So, Kelly Blue Book, I did that as well. But by the way, they could have done that. You know what I mean? They could have, progressive. You know what I mean? It's just so much. So, all right. So let me get some questions. I'm also, like I said, if you're just joining YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, hey, great. My co-host, Chris the Handsome Man, he's coming home from a movie set. So he may join us, may not, but I told him I am going to rally the vote. We need you to vote. I don't care if you use 10 email addresses. I don't care if you use your kids. I know they probably shouldn't say it, but it doesn't matter to me. If you love the show,
use everybody's email.
Use everyone's email you can. Get on neighbors' Wi-Fi's. Do whatever you need to do, but just vote for us. That's all I'm asking. So
send it to your friends.
Send it anywhere.
Send it to Nana and Grandpa.
So look, I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you, but yes, I will say this over the next hour. Go vote. Go vote. Go to Signal. Please, voting closes Pacific time, 11 midnight tonight. So if you're in another country, if you're anywhere, just know every vote counts. If you're home and you're like, I don't have to vote, they might win. I don't go vote. No. I called my mom and was like, you have to vote. Don't think that we're going to win or we're going to lose. Vote. Then she called me before I got here to tell me that my aunt voted, which was really nice of her. So, all right, so let me see. Marcus from Berlin, Germany. Be honest. What's worse, leg day or breaking up with someone you knew was toxic, but the sex was great? Oh God, what's worse? Okay, so by the way, shout out Sophie for 20. Yeah, that's a good one, Marcus. So, all right, here's the problem. Sex being great is why we stay in relationships too long. All of us do. I always say you'll stay in a relationship 6 months too long, or some of us stay in a relationship long enough to find a new person, and then it causes more drama, right? Great sex is like just the thing that makes you look, it almost creates a blind spot for you. So I'll be honest with you. I don't know. Well, here's the thing. If you're in a toxic relationship and you're breaking up with the sex is great, it does break your heart a little bit, but you do hope that at some point the great sex will be there. But on top of that, leg day sucks. Like, it's okay. Like, you do it. I don't get the same reward on a leg day. So, I would say, leg day is worse. Breaking up with toxic people is better. Hopefully you can replace the sex. That's what I would say. Yeah, Virginia, the whole family voted. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate all of you. By the way, like I said, if you're listening, I apologize. You only have my face today. I know a lot of you were hoping for the good morning. He's in the car coming home from a movie set, so he definitely would be here. I know he's listening. So shout out to Chris. I know you're on the road, and I'm just holding it down, really, is what I'm doing for all of us. So just so you know, if you're joining and you're like, where's the other guy? Well, you wouldn't even call me. I'd be like, where's Chris? Who's this? I'm the other co-host. If, by the way, you haven't liked, shared, or subscribed my social media, you should probably do that. I'm just saying. A lot of the Advice Unfiltered stuff comes out of my page, and Chris collaborates on it. So it just makes sense. You should probably like both our stuff. So awesome. So true. Take care of yourself. That's right, Paula. You're better off looking. That is right. You're totally better off looking for sure. All right. Let's see. Diego from Buenos Aires, Argentina. What is the laziest fitness hack you secretly approve of? What is the laziest fitness hack I approve of? Okay. I will say this, and I know this is not, walking. Okay. First off, walking is probably one of the best fitness things you could do, but it's also the easiest. So that's why, when I'm talking to people and they're like, I don't have time, I'm like, you have time. Let me explain you how it works. This is one of the best fitness hacks I've ever been given, and I'm gonna give it to you guys right now, right? Here's the deal. If you don't have time, you're lying. You do have time. And I'm not going to give you the crazy get up at 4 a.m. kind of speech. Here's the deal. Every day after you eat, go for a 10-minute walk on a treadmill or go for a 10-minute walk in a neighborhood. 10 minutes. If you think about every time you eat, you have to go on a 10-minute walk. First off, you're not going to eat as much because you don't feel like going for the walk. So there's your first hack. Second of all, you're going to force yourself to break your workout up. But by the time you're done with your day, even if you just walk 10 minutes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, guess what? It's 30 minutes of walking. It's 30 minutes of movement. It's 30 minutes of steps. If you don't want to go to the gym, I'm telling you, you're in your house and you're like, fuck this. I'm not going to the gym. My hack, I go, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the gym. All I'm going to do is walk on a treadmill and just people watch. I'm a huge, myself, my wife are huge people watching fans. So I force myself to go watch people. But guess what happens? By the time I get there and start walking a treadmill, I want to work out. So it's a good fitness hack. So what I would tell you guys is, I would tell you from, let's see, Diego, walking. Walking is the best, laziest fitness hack I always will approve of, and don't have to do it in secret. All right. Let's see. Tony, you're the best. Connie, you're the best. You've been around forever, so I appreciate you. Donna, thank you for the compliment on great advice. Voted from Texas, Silver Brother. That's right. Hey, you know, just how I rock. Go on YouTube. Yes, go on YouTube for easy workouts at home. Look, I'll be honest with you. YouTube, great call. YouTube's fantastic. YouTube is amazing because YouTube, you can do anything. Here's the thing I suck at the most. I suck at stretching. I'm the worst. I would want nothing more. If I ever won the lottery, there's a couple of things I'd want. And I'll tell you what I want. First off, here's what I'd want. I would want a personal chef. There's no way, as much as I love to cook, I love to cook. But I still want someone to make meals for me so that I can stay on my diet much easier, right? Or just stay eating healthy, I should say. Second of all, I'd want a personal trainer. Not because I think I need one, but I think it'd be fun to work out with somebody whenever I needed it. So that if I hit, you know, that would be my second one, I think would be great. But my third one is I would love to have a personal stretching coach that if I was rich, could just do once or twice a week, full body stretch. And I found that on YouTube, not the person, but I found a lot of cool YouTube channels where, you know, someone just teaches beginner stretches. So you can sit in the living room, right in the comfort of your home and just take your time. And instead of watching a TV show, just stretch. And I cannot tell you how much better I feel after a day of stretching. So let's see. Sophie from Manchester, UK. Sex is officially considered cardio, or am I still overweight in God's eyes? Look, we talked about this last time. Sex is cardio. It is. And look, I would tell you that you should have a lot of sex with the right person, of course. It could be more fun. Include foreplay, as we learned, and you get a workout out of it. And then get in better shape to have better sex. It's like a big revolving door. You want to look good naked to get in shape. You want to be in shape to have better sex. You want to have better sex, you can burn more calories. And then you want to repeat the cycle. So totally that's what I would do. Yes, I love yoga. Hot yoga is amazing. Hot yoga is amazing. And it's hard as fuck. If you have not done a hot yoga or yoga and you're in shape, so I consider myself in really good shape, right? Here's the problem. You think you're in shape till you walk to a yoga class, or you walk into one of those reformer classes, right? Pilates. You realize quickly what shape could or couldn't be. Holding those pose. By the way, every time I go to a reformer class with my wife, some instructor is like, oh, you're here. Oh, okay. We'll see how in shape you are. And then they have me in positions I can't. It's just so crazy. It hurts so bad. But it also reminds me that of how I'm in shape, but not in all the shapes that you could be in. So it makes me feel good. I'm just tuning in. Where do I vote? All right. Where are we on voting? We are tied 30% to 30%. So we don't know anymore. Today's the last day. And what they did is they blanketed out the percentages. So nobody knows. We will not know till Wednesday, October 15th. So I need all of you to vote. Please, 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 just come out. I would appreciate it. And so would Chris. I'm 72 years young and enjoy seeing and hearing you and Chris. Thanks to both of you. Thanks to you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for finding a show. Thanks for being 72 and being technologically savvy enough to find the show. My mom still struggles with it. She's not even 72. So shout out Maureen for finding the show. Chris, if you're just joining, my handsome co-host is leaving a movie set. He's going to try to get here. We just wanted to get home. So I chose this time for a couple reasons. A, it wasn't too late. Chris had a long day today, but I wanted to possibly catch people on the way home, on the way to the bar, on the way to the gym, give you something to listen to while you work out. So I'm here till 7, and I'm answering questions on the chat, and I have some questions people put in there. If you're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, this is where the new show is going to live, period. Valerie, the link, where do we put the link?
It's in the YouTube description.
It's in the YouTube description. Oh, you could just say, you got the mic.
Oh, yeah. It's in the YouTube description. It's also in the Facebook description. Or you could go to signalawards.com and scroll over and click vote.
There we go. So that's where you'll find us, Valerie. All right. Let's see. Let's go. Advice Unfiltered. All right. So we got another question here. Let's see. Why is it Ravi from Mumbai, India? Why is it so easy to gain 10 pounds, but losing one requires a full emotional breakdown? That's a great question. Look, weight is so interesting because of this reason. So the scale is your friend and it's your enemy. Your body changes so much depending on what you eat, the water weight, the time of day. So you can eat on the weekends and have a couple drinks and have a couple beers and have a shot, a glass of wine, have some food. A lot of people tend to go off the rails on the weekend. It is really easy to get to Monday and be like, fuck, I'm like 7 pounds heavier than I was on Friday. Now, there's a lot of food in your system. It's not digested. You've been drinking, so it doesn't work on that food first. It works on the alcohol, the process, and all that stuff. So what I would tell people is it definitely always feels that way, but you're burning fat, and that's what takes a little bit of time. And the other thing I would tell you, Robbie, is you got to remember this. Everybody who's overweight, I actually was going to bring my overweight picture in today, but I didn't. If we win, I will show you my fat picture. I have a picture of me heavy. And so I know what it's like. I lost 50. Let me say 30. I lost 50 pounds before. So I know what it's like to put some shoes on and try to figure out how to lose that weight. That's why I talk about it, because I understand the difficulty. But what I would tell you is remember how long it took you to put on. We don't remember how long it took to put on because it just creeps up on you. It creeps up on you. It creeps up on you. And then all of a sudden, a year or two later, somebody calls you out. Or what most of us do is we look at a picture and we go, shit, fuck, I ate myself. So it happens, right? So it's going to take time to go in the reverse. So you have to give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. You're working on it. And remember, it's a lifestyle. You're not trying to unless you're trying to get ready for something, which is fine. Like I was getting ready for, Chris I'm sure he's listening. He's going to laugh when I say this. I had a race I was getting ready for. So I wanted to be as light as possible for the run and the row and the bike. But I can't be the overweight co-host. You know what I mean? And plus Chris is getting ready for fitness show. So I'm pushing him as much as I can. He's pushing me. We have a great relationship when it comes to that stuff. But remember, it took you a long time to put it on. It's going to take a long time to come off, but that's okay. That's okay. That's all I'm saying. Just take your time. Let's see. I voted. You guys better win. I hope so too. You shouldn't have, you shouldn't have thirst trap me. Yes. If you guys saw my slight stripping video, that went out there. So,
I mean, you clicked. It's not our fault.
I mean, it just, it happened, you know what I mean? So, but now you know what I look like under the shirt. I am not for anyone who knows me, I'm not a showy person. So, very rarely will I do it. But when I go to the gym, everybody there's in a wife beater. They got a shirt off. I come with a hoodie on and I work out because I'm more concerned about it for me. Now, recently I've gotten in great shape. And so, it doesn't hurt to pull it out every now and then. But, it's even embarrassing for me a little bit to watch it. My mom called me and she was like, I saw your video. My mom's the best. She called me. She goes, I saw your video. And I was like, oh, cool. I was like, oh, whatever. I was like, all right, what'd you think? She goes, I'm proud of you. She goes, I was like, that's my son. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about, Mom. So my mom was proud of me too. She goes, that's my kid. He's just taking his shirt off. I was like, Mom, I love you so much. So, but if I had to thirst trap you into voting, it's fine. Me and Chris, We'll do whatever we got to do to win. Every email in the house voted. That's what I'm talking about, Angela. Oh, Anna saved the video. Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Anna. You know, that's what it was there for. So, let's see. Lucas from Sydney, Australia. If I drink protein shakes without working out, do I get muscles or do I really just have expensive farts? Great question, Lucas. You get expensive farts. It's a waste of your time. Now, don't get me wrong. Protein's important. So I don't want to say it that way. You should definitely take in protein. Shout out, Dom. I appreciate that. I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it every day. But if you're drinking protein shakes, what you're relatively doing is saying that, hey, I have a low protein count throughout the day, and I need to increase that because I'm working out, or I'm using them as meal supplements, right? So you should be thinking about protein shakes in that manner, not just to take them because they taste good, because most of them really don't, unless you put a bunch of stuff in them. Nia from Johannesburg, South Africa. Is it normal to get jealous of other people's before and after photos? 100%. But you have to reframe it, right? So here's the deal. Me and Chris always joke about it. Well, people joke with me and Chris about this. They're like, well, don't you ever get jealous of Chris? And don't you ever get jealous of this? And don't you get jealous of Tony? Like, no. Once you get a better mind frame about life, what you find interesting is like, I'll use Chris as an example. People will always ask me, like, Chris's social media following is so massive. They're like, don't you get jealous? And I'm like, no, he's one of my best friends. Like, no, I want him to be, I hope he meets, I almost said the name. I hope he's on the movies. Yeah, I know, right? I was like, I hope he's on this movie set and he becomes a star. I'm his friend. I want the best for him. But even if he wasn't my friend, I want to see that happen because I want to know it's possible. So I'm a celebration fan. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people that you like, like this person, like I get it. But the reality of it is I don't think of it that way. I like when someone transforms themselves because then I go, well, I can do it. Not in a jealous way. It's just in a, hey, I can do it. And that's a really good point because, you know, I'm like, hey, you got to save the hotness. Hey, you know, that's just true. So the funny thing is, you know, when you think about being jealous of something, I don't think of it that way. I just don't. Like, I think you have to just be like, okay with yourself. And this is the point I was just making because my brain went frozen for a second. GLP-1s. We get so many questions in about people being jealous of other people being on you know, Ozempic and Wegovy and all that stuff. And so I have this contingency in my emails that people are like, hey, I work out and every day, but I'm so mad because my friends are on weight loss drugs and it looks easy for them and I'm working my ass off. Okay. Here's the deal. First off, don't be jealous of them. I'm excited that they're, now, by the way, and I say this, I preface this. First of all, I'm not a medical doctor. It's not medical advice. Don't listen to me about anything medical. Now that I said that, GLP-1s, if you're struggling to get that first step, they're fantastic. They 100% will shut your appetite down. Now, you got to find the right one and you got to find the right dosage. So depending on what Ozempic, it's a little bit more nauseous for people. Mounjaro, it seems a little bit better. Semaglutide and tirzepatide, right, is they're commonly known. But you have to just celebrate people. I go, now, but if you're working out hard and you're not taking a GLP-1, your life is much easier when you hit your goal. Because no matter what happens, if you don't work out and you're taking Ozempic or Mounjaro or tirzepatide or semaglutide, any of that stuff, once you stop, your appetite will 100% kicks back in and you will not know how to control it because you don't have the muscle mass and you'll gain the weight back. So I'm not jealous of any of those people. I am excited for those people. I go, I'm glad you got on something to help you take the first step. If this is what makes you feel better about yourself, if this is what makes you feel more confident, if this is the thing that you needed to help you get to the next step to be a better version of yourself, I'm all for it. But just know there's still work to do. That's all. So I don't think about it from a jealousy standpoint. I don't. I hope everybody gets in shape. I hope everyone accomplishes their goals. It just reminds me that I got work to do. And I think I'm always, I'm always a work in progress. I don't ever think I'm done. So it's just something to think about. Let's see. Sex. We're moving into sex. That was quick. Alicia from Miami, Florida. What is the correct reaction when someone says, trust me, I've never had a bad review? Let me give you the first one. Who the fuck reviews people in their sex life? Like, hey, by the way, can you fill out this Yelp sheet really quick? I usually just keep this with me for the next person. Could you put 1 to 5 stars on there? But it just, 5 stars, please.
Let me send you a Google form.
Let me say, yes, 5 stars only, please. I'm a 5-star sex. No, look, the thing about sex is, hey, thank you, great boy. That's what I'm talking about, Kathy. Well, I love Chris to death, so I'm his boy. He's my, he's one of my best friends. So what's interesting about sex is this: you're not great. All right, let me just help everyone, no matter who it is. I'm gonna help everybody. You're not great at sex. Now, here's what I mean by that. When you're with a new person, you're only good at sex when you learn what the other person wants and you're a good partner in response, right? So you don't just come out and be like, I'm great. I do all these moves. They're fantastic. To me, that just means you haven't had sex with a lot of people. Sex is about all the things that go into it. It's the emotional connection. It's providing for a person. It's pleasing them. It's not about you. And if you find a partner where you are all about them and they're all about you, then sex is great. But if you've got to go into it and say, hey, I'm great at this, great at what? You don't even know me. You don't even know what I like. How do you know what you're great at? Maybe something you're great at, I don't even like. I prefer people to say, hey, as a sexual partner, I try to be the best I can for you. So I'd love to know what you like. And I'm open for you to teach me. That is a person who's really good at sex. So that's what if someone said to me, I would be like, I'm in. Like, you're telling me that you want to learn about me. I know you're good. You're really fucking good because you're coming at it in a whole new angle. That's a much better way to approach it. So I don't know how that's a really good answer. Like, oh, I'm great at sex. No, you're not. You're not great at sex because you're already telling me you're great at sex. Come on. How about just being like, hey, I really appreciate intimacy and nothing would make me happier than pleasing you. And any way I can learn that, I'm all in. And I think that, to me, the communication there, absolutely. The communication is really key in what makes somebody great at sex. So, and not communicating that you're great. By the way, the best compliment you can get during sex is when someone tells you you're great, not you telling them you're great. So I just say it that way. Hiroshia from Kyoto, Japan. Japan's back in the house. What's up, Japan? Before I answer this Japan question, I would like to take this time to remind you to go vote. We are doing this for the Signal vote. If you're wondering who my handsome co-host is, Chris, he is on the road coming back from a movie shoot. He may join us, but if not, I'm just holding it down for today. I know some of you are sad. I get it. The good morning. I miss him too. But for now, if you don't mind, I'm just filling in. So hopefully you could deal with me till 7 o'clock tonight to entertain you. But more importantly, rock the vote. Rock the vote.
Go
rock the vote, baby. Rock the vote. Virginia, I've been with my husband for 25 years, and the sex is getting better every time. That is a fantastic relationship. I was talking to someone about this the other day. Every so many years, you are changing what you like sexually. You change as a person. And in a really, really great marriage, one of the things that you have to do every couple of years is just stop and be like, hey, you're a different person now. I'm a different person. Not that we're not in love with each other or we're not changed that way, but maybe the things you like are different now. Maybe how you feel about yourself is different. Maybe the way you want to be approached. Maybe you want to try something different. Great communication in a marriage is fantastic. And totally, if you've been with somebody for 25 years and you're reinventing yourself all the time, it's fantastic. One of the things I heard someone say was, if you're lucky in a marriage, you'll fall in love with five different people. And I was like, what the fuck's that mean? I was like, that's interesting. And what the guy was saying was, in your long-term marriage, you both will change over time. And the beauty of a marriage is you'll continue to fall in love with that person, even as they evolve as a human being. So that's how I look at my marriage. I look at it as I've been with her for 13 years and I'm a constant work in progress and I'm always trying to learn as I go. And I think that's probably what's made our relationship successful. And I would tell anybody out there, that's what I would focus on is I'm very good at understanding I'm not perfect. I'm not even close, but I perfectly love my wife and my son enough to know that I want to be whoever they need me to be. And I'm pretty flexible and malleable when it comes to that stuff. So, all right. Hiroshi from Kyoto, Japan. How do I politely tell my girlfriend she sucks at foreplay? You don't. You can't. This is what we're talking about. Okay. So, Hiroshi, this is what I would tell you. Hiroshi. By the way, we threw it out there last episode. If anyone in Japan wants to fly me and Chris to Japan to run some live shows, we would so be all in. It would be fantastic. You don't tell someone they suck. What you do is you communicate to them what you like, right? It's a better way about it. They don't suck. They just don't know. And if you really love somebody, and they love you, you'll want them to be better and you'll help them and you'll guide them through it and you'll work through it. You can't, is when I was trying to explain to somebody how we teach people to play basketball. You wouldn't give someone a basketball and then go, all right, great. I'll see you in 3 days. And hopefully they dunk and they start shooting 3-pointers. No, you'd give them a basketball and you say, hey, let's work on dribbling. Okay, cool. Let's work on layups. Great. Let's work on foul shots. And then you would progressively get into other stuff. So sex can be the same way. And that's okay as long as someone wants to put the effort in. Maybe they got to learn to dribble as long as they're willing to dribble. If I tell you I like something and you're like, I don't want to do that, we're fucked. So that's what I mean by that. So Christian, how do I support your thing that you're into? On your Insta, the tree lights, cool. Baby. So by the way, real quick before you mention it, Anna, if you don't know, myself and Chris are in Christian's movie, which is why we talk about it. So Christian, why don't you tell people about Tree Lights real quick?
Tree Lights is a short romantic comedy about a songwriter who's been tasked with writing a song for an upcoming Christmas movie that his best friend is directing. Trouble is that he has just been paired with his ex-girlfriend who is going to sing the song. Trouble is she has no idea the song was written about her. You guys will be appearing in it. We've got an amazing casting crew that are working really hard to bring this to life. I'm very, very excited about it. And if you want some more information, you can go to my personal Instagram, Christian_Cordes, or the production company, my production company, Arcade Productions. Arcade is an old school arcade machine. So there you go.
There we go.
Thank you.
Pew, pew, pew. Joanne writes in, I've been single for so long, being with someone again, I think I'd want to explore each other. Let's see. I've been single so long, being with someone again, I think I'd want to explore each other, see what we like. That, and here's what I would tell you, Joanne. I think it's a fantastic way to approach dating. And I think you'll find it easier in a relationship to communicate that early, because I think it's a very heartfelt, honest thing. And I think most men would be appreciative of that. Like, hey, I've been single for a long time. I actually haven't been intimate with someone in a while. I would like to ease into this. And I'd also kind of like to see what I like now. I don't know. And if you're with a really good guy or a woman, depending on, what you like, that's a home run. That's what you want. Right? You want that. That would be fun to me. Like, hey, let's explore. So totally. Let's see. Jordan from Chicago, Illinois. When someone says, I'm not ready for a relationship, do they mean with me or do they mean with just anyone? Okay. Well, here's the thing.
A little bit of both.
It could be both. I was watching a show called How I Met Your Mother, which is an old TV show. Me and my wife watch it every night. Neil Patrick Harris, he's the man. Oh my God, he's so funny.
He's not that old.
Oh, bro, he's so funny. It's an old show though. How I Met Your Mother, 10 episodes, 10 seasons. It's gotta be early 2000s, right? 20 something years ago.
That's not old to me.
I know it's not old because that would make me really fucking old. But
think about it.
but my point is, there's a scene where the woman is single, but she's got a child and she's a doctor. And I know it's a TV show, right? But I'm just referencing this. And she's struggling because she's not ready for a relationship. So, so I get it in that point where it's like, hey, I'm so busy with work and a kid, I haven't thought about a relationship because I didn't even know I had time for one. So that is an honest answer that somebody maybe that's just probably not ready. ... Nowadays, a lot of people just say that so they can get laid. It's like, hey, I'm not ready for a relationship, but we can hang out. You just have to know that, right? Like if someone's not ready for a relationship, here's what I would tell you, Jordan. It's okay. That's fine. It's just maybe not fine for you. I like being in a relationship because I like the consistency of the same person. I think it's just better. And especially at this age, dating is so crazy. I tell my wife all the time, I'm like, please let's never break up so I don't have to date. I like consistency. But if I was dating somebody and they were like, hey, I'm just not ready for a relationship, I'm like, okay, I appreciate the honesty. I'm just not ready to continue to hang out with you for free. I'm not ready to do everything you need me to do to get nothing out of this, right? So it's almost like a friends with benefits kind of thing, which is fine, but you just need to know that up front. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Communication is key, absolutely. Good night. Oh, good night. Make sure you vote. Thank you, Virginia. Good night. Good night. You know, it's funny. I read Virginia and it said good night, and I thought she was in Virginia. And I'm like, why are you going to bed so early? For a minute, I was like, wait a sec. All right. Let's see. All right. We'll go to here. Omar from Cairo, Egypt. We're dating and relationships question. Is it rude to ask what childhood trauma made you like this on a first date? No. Go, Omar. Oh, no. First off, if the date goes that bad, you shouldn't even have to ask. Just end it. But you're not.
You know what? Ask and then report back. We want to know what happens.
Ask after she stabs you with a fork in the fucking restaurant. Like, come on. No, it's not. Look, no. Now, as you get to know somebody and they open up about things like that, great. I hope it's a real question, right? I hope it's not like you're just trying to be an ass. Yeah, it's a red flag, right? But, childhood trauma really does affect people. You don't find out till you really try to get in a relationship with them. The first date's not the time for it, right? But I will tell you, and this is why it's so meaningful to me to be a dad. And for a lot of you parents out there, a lot of you good parents out there will get this. If you're not being a great parent right now and you know it, this is what I would tell you. Your shittiness as a parent, and look, let's just be honest. I'm not trying to pick on anybody. If you're not living up to your potential as a parent, right? You know, you don't have to, you cannot gonna tell me, when you look in the mirror about that, right? But I promise you, the ripple effect that you're going to cause, that's going to affect your child way into their adulthood, is undeniable. And, it's really sad as I've met people my age now that are really affected by their childhood and their parents still don't admit it. And that makes it even more difficult. And I've watched people go to therapy for years and then go back to their parents and say, hey, I really struggled with my childhood. And that's a lot of why I've struggled with this trauma. And I wanted to bring it up and talk to you about it. And the parent shut them down. Oh, you had a great childhood. What the fuck you talking about? But no, they didn't. They wouldn't be traumatically in therapy and then have to come back to you if they had a great childhood. They wouldn't. So just remember that, like, you're not going to ask on a first date, Omar, but it is something that at some point, if you wanted to, you could bring up. Before I get to another question, as we go to 6:30 with a half hour left, remember, we need you to vote. Go to Signal Awards. You are voting. I am here spending some time with you to vote. Chris is driving in the car home from a movie set, being a movie star. But, he's with us in spirit as always. Hopefully he's listening. But as always, we are trying to be the #1 podcast in the world for self-help and self-improvement. And in the world. And we just need your help. We're tied statistically for first place. It's so crazy that we're tied. I can't believe we're up. It's been such an emotional roller coaster. I cannot tell you, but to see us tied last night and then all of a sudden try to rally the vote and then come back, we went down and we were tied, and then wake up this morning and have no idea where we are. I decided to go live, and like I said, Chris would be here if he could, but as always, we'll be live on Tuesday. So, but this will be the last day we bother you about voting. So just vote. Go there. It literally takes 30 seconds. You couldn't be any faster. I'm telling you, it's still that way. All right. Ethan from Denver, Colorado. Oh, it's a great question. I wish Tyler was here. How many situationships equal one relationship? I need math. All right. So let me just tell you something. Situationship is such a weird word to me. It's definitely a Gen Z thing. I literally was just talking to him today about something. And he's like, yeah, that's not a girlfriend, situationship. And my wife looked at me and I go, when he gets engaged and I go, oh, you got a fiance? He's going to go, no, I have a girlfriend. The verbiage is so different now, but situationship, let's stop with the situationship. You're in a relationship. It's your girlfriend. I mean, let's be honest. Like, I can't stand the situationship. Theodore, don't worry. Chris is back on Tuesday. I know you guys miss him. You saw he was live. He's coming back from movie set. He would totally be here. Don't mind. I'm holding it down for his handsome self. But don't worry. But like I said, situationship, stop lying. You're in a relationship. You're in a relationship. I don't know what else you call it. Here's the way I say. Calling it a situationship is your cheesy way to be able to cheat on a person without saying I broke up with my girlfriend. That's it. That's all a situationship is. I don't want to give it the girlfriend boyfriend title so that I can talk to other people and not feel bad. You're in a relationship. That's what you're in. So here's my math. One situationship is one relationship. And I would stop calling it that. You're either dating somebody, you're seeing somebody and dating them, or you're not. Like, that's just how I look at it. Let's see. Freya from Copenhagen to Denmark. All right, Denmark. Is it petty to text someone, you'll regret this when I'm famous? What is that song? There was a song, a 90s song.
She fucking hates me.
No, it's like it's oh my God, I can hear it in my head. And it's a video based on a real situation where a girl broke up with a guy because it's broke, and then he made it big. I can see when you see my face, hope it gives you hell, hope it gives you hell. When you walk my way, hope it gives you hell. Yeah, it's a video about he makes it after struggling, and he goes back to find the person that broke up with him. Now, I say all that to say it's still petty. Look, I said this about the Obamas the other day. Not a political statement, but what I'm saying about them as a couple, which I admire from afar. When people stick by people through thick and thin, when husbands and wives are building something, and no matter where you come from, Alex Hormozy and his wife have this. Dave Portnoy and his ex-wife had this. When I look at relationships from afar, people build something when they're broke and eating out of a car and got nowhere to live, and then they become big time, right? So when I look at those things, I look at it and say, that's the type of relationship I want to be in. I want to be with somebody who's there with me at the bottom. So when we get to the top, we're there together. Not somebody who wants me to get to the top first so that they can come on top and to join the ride when you didn't work that hard to get there. Right. So it's so hard because I know we when we step outside and, we think about this and we go, oh, well, I don't want to struggle. Let me be honest with everybody that's listening. We all struggle. We all do. We all go through struggle. So you want to be, whether that's financial, whether that's emotional, whether that's in life, everybody struggles. We all do. And if you can find one or two people in life that didn't, kudos to you. Everybody struggles. Find someone who wants you and likes you and wants to be with you, not only because they'll be there for your struggle, they want to be there for your potential. And then it's up to you to drive that potential forward and not let that person down. That is what a real relationship is about. So yes, it's totally petty to be like, you'll regret this when I'm famous. But my hope is when you become famous, you won't even remember him. Why bother? Because when you're famous, you'll have more options to things. So it's not worth it, Frey. I'm telling you. All right, let's see. Ask the host. So as we get about 20 minutes left, this is your reminder. We are live. Well, I am live. Holding it down for Chris, who's coming home from a movie set, just so you guys know. So this wasn't my secret way to get on the air without Chris. I'm going to go host the show alone. No. Fortunately, Chris on a movie set. So he's on the way back. But this is him and me reminding you, look, by the way, Chris is here. Ready for this? I want you guys to go vote. You should listen to Tony and go vote right now. I wish I had his guy. He's got the little thumbs up deal. Thank you, Shannon, for this, by the way. So, but yes, go vote. Signal Awards. We got to go vote. Bunny and Jelly Roll, another great example. I'm trying to get, Bunny has a podcast, and Bunny, I forget what it's called, but I reached out to her people. I would love to cross promote and either go on Bunny's podcast and Bunny come on ours. I think that would be great. So if anyone knows Bunny, I'm following you, trying to get a hold of you so that we can, we can swap gas or be gas or whatever it is. So shout out to Jelly Roll and Bunny. All right, let's see. Ask questions about, so by real quick, go vote. That's my thing. Go vote. Go to Signal Awards, signalawards.com. You'll find it. You'll see our link everywhere. Please, guys, I'm just telling you again, we're tied. We're tied for first. Every single vote counts. If we were ahead, I would just be like, hey, continue to vote. High five. I don't know that we'd go live, but I'm telling you, we are tied and we have one. This is it. This is the last few hours of the voting. Yeah. And by the way, whether you like Bunny or don't, I see someone wrote Dumblon. I'm not particularly fans of every single person. I don't know them personally. This is the one thing I try to do about celebrities.
Oh, it's the name of their podcast.
Oh, it's called, oh, it's right. It's called Dumb Blonde, right? I was like, wait a sec, don't call her Dumb Blonde. I was like, that's so mean. I was like, I don't know her. No, but I think when I looked at one of her podcast episodes, it was about like getting better and mental struggles with people. The other one is Theo Vaughn. Theo, look, Theo, you're a home run for us because you go through a lot. I actually appreciate you because you're so honest with your struggles. So I think it would be a cool idea to get together and talk about since we're about self-help and self-improvement. All right, ask the questions. So they had some host questions come in. So let's see what we got. Let's see. Ashley from Phoenix, Arizona. Who's more likely to cry during a Disney movie, Chris or Tony? I'm going to say me, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. Chris cries too. So it'd be a toss up for the two of us. It would just be like, which movie hits you a little, like, is it going to be Up? Up breaks your heart in the beginning. Up is one of the saddest movies. So you just start sad. Like you can't help be sad. But look, Chris, we might tie. We might both shed tears.
The answer is Christian.
Yeah, well, Christian also cries. So you know what I mean? So let's find out. Let's see. Lily from Vancouver, Canada. If you swap workouts, who would collapse first? Oh, Christian's like me.
I'm out. I went home.
The only difference in workouts between me and Chris is I run and he doesn't. That's it. I mean, most of the stuff's about the same. Like we both stay, like he hikes, he stays active, he works out, he works his ass off, pushes the sled. Chris does the whole routine. Plus, Chris has been in shape for like fucking ever. So I always side of the fact that Chris is going to be in shape. The only difference in our workout routines is that I just tend to run more than he does. And that's because I've been a runner for a long time. But I don't know that means that, here's what I would tell you. And I know, and we're friends. And I would tell you, we actually made this comment actually, now I think about it. He's getting in shape for a show. And so my thing was, I'm going to get in shape with you. And me and him joked about it. And we were like, in December, I was like, me and you are going to go head to head in something. And just like, and I told him we'll probably just wrestle for fun. I was like, just to get out some aggression. But he's been in shape for so long. He's a great person, great shape, been that way forever. I think in a good way, here's what I would tell you. We both would die before we let the other one win. So we'd probably pass out at the same time. So totally get it. Samuel from Lagos, Nigeria. Oh, it's not. All right. I know Chris is probably like, scammer. No, it's not. Who gets more DMs and who actually replies? There's not even close. I'm not even in the ballpark. Chris's social media is bananas big. And he's single. So, of course he's going to get more DMs than me. And I don't even, by the way, I don't think he responds. Here's the funny thing. I know he gets way more than me. There's not even a close. I'm not even in the same ballpark he's in. I probably reply more only because I'm replying on behalf of the show. So when I do see things come in that are worthy to reply to, I will. But even for me, I don't really reply because you just get caught up because what'll happen is, and I've seen this and someone will ask for help and I'll answer and then it becomes like an hour. And I can't do that with as many followers and show listeners as we have. So I probably reply more, but just because of what I'm doing, he crushes. It's not, like I said, that's not even a fair point. But if you want to know, for him, for sure. By the way, as we got about 15 minutes left, I need you to vote. Pew, pew, pew. Vote. Go to signalawards.com. We're up for best podcast of the year for self-help and self-improvement. We are statistically tied. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, shout out. This is the new format. We will be moving to YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook officially in the next few weeks. So if you follow TikTok or the green screen, that stuff's going away. The show will be all this beautiful work Christian's putting in. And so we appreciate Christian as always. And so, just to give you guys a heads up. So I appreciate you. But if you want me to answer a question live, I can read all the comments that are coming. Actually, this is all the comments on Facebook and YouTube. So great. I can see all these comments. So if you're on Facebook or YouTube and you got a question you want to ask about the show or me or Chris or whatever, you can ask it because we're looking at it. Yes, and we always appreciate Christian for sure.
That's my buddy.
That's what I'm talking about. Is that your buddy?
Yeah, it's my buddy. What's up, John?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, John. Cheers, John.
John and I are working on a TV pile together.
All right. All
John
right.
can do big things.
That's what I'm talking about, John.
Freaking somebody made a cool suggestion though. And Anna said, Christian, we should create a virtual gym game.
I actually, you know what? Gym games are fun. Like I actually have the one for the abs where you sit in a plank and you're on the board and the video game's in front of your face and you got to like drive it. The problem is with that stuff is it's fun for like a week and then you stop doing it. So that's where I struggle with that kind of stuff. It's a fun idea for sure. Don't get me wrong. But I do like the Peloton. The Peloton's cool because it kind of keeps track in a gamey kind of way. It makes it fun to ride. But it just depends on your style. But I think games are fun ways to encourage people. Even in business, it's a fun way to do that stuff.
You know, it could be fun.
Yeah.
What if there was like one base game, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know what you would call it, but the whole point of it would be that the game itself would change every week. So like you said, people will get bored.
Yeah, of course.
Well, they'll come back next week because it's going to be an entirely different game.
That's the way to do it. Like if
Yeah.
you were going to do a game, just switch it up.
Yeah.
I think that's what people would need. All right, let's see. Go vote John Worst. Chris, Judy, Chris is at his movie set. So he was going to hopefully try to join us. I'm sorry, Judy. It's just me. It's just me till 7. But hopefully you'll find entertainment in what we do. But more importantly, Judy, did you vote? Did you vote for the podcast? Because that's what Chris would want to know. What's up, Theodore? Shout out. Okay. Let's see. Monica from Seoul, South Korea. What is one thing fans would never guess about you? Here's the one thing I would tell you people. Actually, here's a couple things. A, I'm Puerto Rican. No one ever guesses that. If I didn't tell you my last name, no one would know that I'm Puerto Rican. My father is Pedro Juan Rodriguez. My mother's Italian. My father's Puerto Rican. I'm half and half. I cook my face off. I love family. I have a fiery personality, but nobody can ever figure out that I'm Puerto Rican. So that's the first one, unless I told you my last name. The second one is, you just kind of get cornered with this stuff, but I'm smart. I'm a college Wheel of Fortune champion, and I have a 4.0 on my master's. So so sometimes I just like to tell people that because they're like, oh, what do? Just work out? I'm like, no, I don't just work out. I kind of know what I'm doing. Yes, and I've been to Puerto Rico. It's fantastic. All right, so let's see. So those are the things you'd never guess about me. I don't really know what you'd never guess about Chris because Chris is so honest about his life. I mean, he wrote a book about his life. So I think a lot of what I think here's what I would tell you about. This is what I would tell anyone who doesn't know Chris as well as I do that you would never guess about him. Chris is such for as big as a social media star as his, he's just a very down to earth, I mean this in such a good way, humble dude, like quiet life. He's just like me. Don't want drama. Want just what good people, a small group of good people around you. Like a lot of people think he's like living the high single life and going on dates and doing all this stuff and jet setting here. And he's not like that. He loves his family. He loves his friends. He's just a solid dude. And he loves the fact that he's living up to his potential as a human being. But I don't necessarily know that he really wants to, as much as people think he wants to be a celebrity, I don't know that that's the goal. I think he just wants out of life to be able to get the most potential out of who he is as a human being. And that's what I ultimately love about him. For him, it's about, hey, God gave me these gifts and this is what God put on earth for me. And and by the way, I say that not as a religious thing. It's just, whatever you believe, you believe. But I'm just saying, like, he believes that, hey, I should do everything I can with the life I have to make the most out of it. And that is something that I really appreciate about him. And, so that would be something that maybe people wouldn't know about him that I do. So let's see. The wild card questions. The carbs and orgasms. I 100% would give up carbs. As much as I love pizza and some other stuff, there's no way I'd give up orgasms. No way. Tommy from Detroit, Michigan. If your ex ever wrote a warning label about you, what would it say? Oh God, what would it say? It's been so long since I had an ex. Yeah. Every ex would tell you this. I The one thing about me is I am hyper. And I'm not saying a warning label. If you're gonna get in a relationship with me, there's a couple things you got to know. I'm hyper driven, so I like goals, accomplishing. I'm always on the move. I don't have a slowdown button. So if you're a very relaxed, like kind of laziest person, we will not get along. It's not, not in a bad way, but it won't. And I am ridiculously hypersexual. So, I mean, I can turn anything into sex, and so that can be annoying about it. So, yeah, that's generally me. So you got to have a lot of energy to hang out with me because I can wear people down, and that could be a good thing. It also could be a really fucking annoying thing. So, and I say that honestly. Ben from Tel Aviv, Israel. If someone pays for dinner, do they automatically earn a kiss, or is that outdated economics? I don't think because you pay for dinner, you earned anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. That you don't ever go into a date assuming because you pay you deserve anything. I just pay because that's just kind of the guy I am. I want you to know that I generally care about the time you spent, and I'll take care of what we need to do, and hopefully we'll hopefully we'll get to the point where we kiss, but I've earned it because I'm a good person, not because I paid for dinner. All right, we got 9 minutes left. Let's see. What's the best excuse? Let's see. Let's see. If aliens were about to nuke Earth and you had 60 cents to convince them not to, what would you say? Oh my God. I'd be like, you guys ever had a bagel cream cheese or chicken parm? You ever tried pizza?
Have you guys ever listened to the Advice Unfiltered podcast?
Yeah. Have you ever heard the podcast? You know what music is? There's so many great things about Earth before I have to get into anything else.
What song would you play in Alien?
Whoa. Okay. I don't know, but here's something I would tell you. I am obsessed right now. I can't say it any other way. I down like 50 of them today. AI, I know I'm going to be horrible when I say this. AI took all these 90s and early 2000 rap songs and converted them to 50s blues jazz songs.
I've heard these.
Bro.
They're actually.
Bro, when this show's over, I will play one or two of them. Look, don't be wrong. I have about 50 of them right now I listen to, but there's one from Nas, If I Ruled the World, that is so off the chain. And there's a 50 Cent one that's amazing. I am obsessed with those. I'm a blues fan. I'm a blues jazz fan. I love all music. But if I had to play one song for Aliens, I mean, one of my favorite songs is Roadhouse Blues by The Doors. Go Nas, If I Ruled the World, 50s. Right?
We actually might be able to play it because it's not
right there. If I Ruled the World with Soul and Pain, bro, that song is so amazing. All right. Oh, send the link. So let's see.
You want me to type it in the comments?
No. Can you? Well, skip the commercial. Can they hear it?
Hold on.
Go up a little bit in the. Oh yeah, I can hear it. Watch how it starts. This is so good. Look, we got 9 minutes left. We get kicked off. It's an AI song. It shouldn't be copywritten. Listen to this. Ready? Bro, song is so good.
This is. Y'all can hear it, right? Like,
wait. So go. No, they can't hear it. Okay. Bro, that song is so butter. So good. All right. So, all right. Don't do this to me. All right. Yacht Rock. By the way, I love Yacht Rock, and I've gone to Yacht Rock concerts. My God, Yacht Rock is off the chain. Yacht Rock is great. But one of my favorite songs is Roadhouse Blues by The Doors. I listen to everything. I'm going to be honest with you. Wu-Tang, Nas, Led Zeppelin, Jay-Z, to music today, to Taylor. It doesn't matter. I have a very eclectic music style. I listen to so many things. My favorite band of all time is probably Foo Fighters, Rage Against the Machine, Nirvana. I like that stuff, but I love everything. I like 12 by 12. But Somber, I think, is the new band. Somber is great. I love everything. I'm a huge music fan. So it cuts off as soon as it starts. Oh, they were like, nope, you can't play it.
I'll put the link in the comments, guys. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that song's off the chain. All right. So, but you got to be a rap fan. But no, you actually just got to be a blues fan. You would never, if someone played this song for you, you would never know it's rap. You would never know it's Nas. but somebody turned it into a blue. It beats at your heart when it gets there. So, all right. So we'll play it after show. All right. So we got 5 minutes left. So let's go. Hold on 1 second. You know what I'm going to do with this last 5 minutes, Christian?
What?
I'm going to call Chris.
You're going to call Chris?
I'm going to call Chris. Let's see if he answers. Let's see. He's going to be like, what? Show done? Let's see. Hello? Oh, wait, hold on. Power my phone off. The audience wants to hear from. Let's see if he picks up. Oh, here it comes. Before you answer, you're on the air.
Oh, what's up, everybody?
Yeah, there he is. What's going on, Chris?
What's up, everybody? How you doing?
So we got 5 minutes left in the show. Of course, I was telling everyone I didn't secretly sneak into the podcast studio to film an episode without you. I've been telling everybody that you're on your movie set. Did not tell them where. I just told them you wish you could be here. But we're on the last 5 minutes, and I told them that you would, with 5 minutes left, what do we need them to do?
We need you to vote. Please go vote.
That's what I'm talking about.
Go vote. And listen, and I mean this. If you can hear me, I really truly
Oh, they
mean
can
this.
hear you, by the way. They can hear you.
I want to thank everybody, man, that has made the effort. If we don't even win this, we won already, because literally you showed us that we truly have a community and a fan base and a following. And truly, I can't be more thankful for that. So thank you.
Yeah. All right, brother. Well, we're holding it down. We're about to get out of here. We just wanted to call you, and everyone wanted to know that you were okay, and I told them you were doing fantastic.
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Thank you guys, everybody, again. Make sure you go vote. Tony, thank you. Love you, bro. Christian, if you're there. Is Christian there, man?
Yeah, Christian.
Yeah,
Hey,
what's
Christian.
good?
What's up, Chris? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. It's good to see you.
I made some moves today, homie.
I can't wait to hear about it. Can't wait to hear about
Yeah,
it.
dude, I made some moves today. We did some things. You're going to see some big things happening. So, but anyway, listen, thank you guys very much. Again, to everybody out there, man, love you guys. And I can't tell you much, again, how much we appreciate all the support, man.
All right, brother. Well, I love you too, and we'll talk to you later. Bye, bro. So, all right. So there's Chris reminding you guys to go vote. I saw someone write in, I think it was Becky. When it comes to the questions, do I say everybody's name? Becky, it's a great question. So what happens when people write questions into the show? Generally, I'll say their first name. Sierra from San Diego, write a question. Now, I do have people who write in and say, please don't use my name. So I'll say Jane Doe, or someone will say, for instance, for you, maybe I say BY from wherever you're from. My goal is not to give whole names out. I don't want to embarrass people. The part of the show that I think is the most important is that and I mean this wholeheartedly. So a lot of people, before we end the show, I just want you guys to know, a lot of people ask these crazy questions or tell us stories because they can't tell their friends, because they don't know who else to turn to. They're embarrassed, but they're not, but they want to tell somebody. When something happens to you and you want to tell somebody, but you don't want to be judged. That is what our audience does. So I'm very careful about not saying last name. So if you ever submit a question to the show and you put your name in and your email and all that stuff and email the show, I'm telling you, do not do that. I will say your first name and that's it, and where you're from. And even if you don't want me to do that, just write in the question, please don't use my name, and I'll use initials, or I'll just say Jane Doe or John Doe. So just so you guys know. All right. So let's see. The last thing what's Victoria from Budapest, Hungary. We're going to end on this question, and then I'm going to remind you to vote. The last question of the day to wrap it up. What is the worst thing anyone's ever said to you during sex? The worst thing that anyone ever said to me is if they asked me if I called them the right name, the wrong name. One of the first time I ever had sex, the very first time I ever had sex, I just broke up with a girl named Melissa, and I started dating a girl named Michelle, and Michelle was the first person I ever had sex with, and I called her Melissa. And the worst thing she ever said was, "What did you call me?"
So is that why you got that scar on your back?
Probably true. So that is, to be honest with you, that's what happened. So I'm glad nobody judges, because I would be, we put ourselves out there. So as always, as we wrap up the show, a couple things I want. Yeah, I know. Oops, I know. I got by with it because it was so close that I was like, oh, whatever. But definitely killed the moment for sure. What I would tell you is this couple things before we say go vote. And I'm going to look right in the camera, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate all of you. I mean, we couldn't have ever thought in a long time that we would be in a position. When you look at the show that we're up against, They have major stars. They're backed by publicists and all these things. And that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. We will get there. Maybe we'll be the biggest independent show in the world. I don't know. I'm just proud of the community. You guys are so great. You're rallying, you're voting. I know some of you are going to get off this call and you're going to go vote and you're going to create email addresses and you're going to rally your friends. And I'm going to be honest with you. I said this before the race. We've already won. We have you guys. No matter what happens, we have you as an audience. And I cannot tell you how much that means to me to know that we get an ability to share with you. We get an ability to talk to you about our fuck ups, about about where we came from, how we suck at things, ultimately how we've gotten better at life, and how we can relate to everything that you're asking us. And when we can't relate, the audience can relate. I honestly mean this. I don't care if we win or lose. We've already won. With that being said, go vote. Go vote. So next Wednesday, I can tell everyone that Advice Unfiltered is the #1 podcast in the world for self-help and self-improvement. And that's because of people like you. Outside that, I will try my best to end this on my co-host phrase. He goes to this, he leans in. If you want a better world, be a better person. It starts with you. Advice Unfiltered. It's a wrap, baby. Make sure you go vote. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks, everybody.